Welcome to today's class, which is on verb patterns. And there are a lot of verb patterns. Lots of different ways we can use verbs in English, and you have to be careful because every verb is used in a different way. And so when you learn a new verb, you ought to learn if it's followed by a 2 plus infinitive, or an object and then 2 plus infinitive, or a gerund, or a bare infinitive, or a preposition and then an object and then a gerund. There are many different forms you can have for each and every verb. And so when you learn a new verb like persuade, you should learn straight away that it's persuade someone to do something. So it's verb plus object plus 2 plus infinitive. Yeah, persuade someone. That's what object means very often, someone or something. Persuade someone to do something. Yeah, that's how I want you to learn new verbs, because then you learn the whole story. Being honest, you should learn new verbs in whole sentences, because when you learn a verb in a whole sentence and you know that the sentence is correct, you can already use it in other sentences. So this is an overview today. I actually don't recommend learning grammar in large tables. I give you a table, I give you a long list, but I don't recommend you learn grammar like that, because nobody has ever learned anything effectively as just a table in their head. I give you it as an overview, but really you should learn new verbs in whole sentences, and then you already know how to use them. Okay, but I'm also going to recommend a website. It's the same website I have already recommended, Random Idea English Blogspot, because that website, if you click on verb patterns, that website has excellent resources for this particular topic, which is massive. It has excellent exercises and excellent tables that you can refer to. But he's taken all of this information from dictionaries, and so the other thing you can do if you don't go to that website is you can look the word up in a dictionary and find out exactly how that verb is used. Because it isn't just used in one way, it doesn't just belong to one of these groups here or here. Every verb belongs to 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 different groups, some even more than that, okay? So verb plus 2 plus infinitive is very common. This is how most verbs, in my opinion, are used. When you use another verb after the first verb, like want, yeah, I want to play football. Want is here in the first group. It's want and then 2 plus infinitive. And some other examples: ask to do something, offer to do something, promise to do something, forget to do something, remember to do something, but there are many more. And forget and remember are tricky because usually it's forget to do, remember to do, because you're thinking about something in after the moment of forgetting or remembering. But if you are casting your mind back to your childhood, then it's I'll never forget drinking my first beer, smoking my first cigarette, kissing my first girlfriend. That's gerund because it's going back a long, long time into the past. And the same with remember. I remember meeting my wife for the first time. That's a long time ago. Yeah, and so when it's earlier than the moment of forgetting or remembering, it's a gerund. But when it's after, it's a 2 plus infinitive. So some verbs are used in different groups depending on the meaning. There aren't many, but forget and remember the most common ones. Try and need are also used differently in terms of the meaning. You know, need to do is different from need doing. Okay, same with try to do. It's a slightly different meaning from try doing. Try doing is an experiment, and try to do something is when you try to do something difficult. So you try to pass your exams. Yeah, it's difficult, but you try to pass them. But when you experiment, maybe something's not working and you try changing the batteries. That's an experiment. You don't know if it will work. It's not hard or difficult, but you try changing the batteries to see if that gives you the desired result. Okay, so try has different meanings for gerunds and 2 plus infinitive. Need is simply, if it's active, then it's need to do. Yeah, I need to clean the windows. But if we make the windows the subject, the windows need cleaning. So it's the passive form which is gerund, and the active is to plus infinitive. But as you can see, that's a small, it's only 4 verbs really, which mean different things with to plus infinitive and gerund.